7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there, and the last state of that man is worse than the first.
That's why these motherfuckers that accept Jesus Christ in their life, I mean, the worst motherfuckers on this planet is a church-going ass motherfucker. Because they thinking that they so high and mighty, they think of themselves as being above you, and they go and they actually start slandering your ass and talking shit, and they'll be the first ones to deliver your ass up in that day, man. They're gonna be some of the first ones to turn your ass in, okay? Because they think they doing a righteous thing. It's one thing, you gotta say this over here, guess what? He's gonna do his own fucking thing, man. He don't give a fuck about what you talk about. He might talk a little shit, and then the Lord just tear his ass up when he get up the street. You got these motherfuckers that think they so goddamn,
Holier than thou?
yes, there it is. They think they so much, they thinking they so holier than thou. They'll try to persecute, they'll stand here and argue with your ass, not knowing they soul is bound to that because they getting cut up and judged. They'll sit here and argue with your ass, and it could be pouring rain for goddamn 2 hours, man. If you don't like what you hearing, we tell them take your ass this way or that way. They'll stand there and argue with you because they thinking they doing something for the Lord, man.
Or either they think that y'all ain't got no power, you can't make me move. I won't be moved, Satan.
Yeah, I shall not be moved. I'm steadfast in my belief.
Proverbs 23 and 7.
Proverbs 23, you got it?
Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, said he to thee, but his heart is not with thee.
Hey, that motherfucker tell you all kind of good. Hey, brother, come on in, man. Take your shoes off, man. Put your feet up. Motherfucker, you want some wine and cheese? Hey, nigga, he ain't with your ass, man. All the while, he go to the kitchen. Yeah, man, we gonna get this motherfucker, man. As soon as we get him, we gonna fuck his wife and his daughter, and we gonna deliver his ass up, man.
Yeah, Salakia, can you read that scripture one more time?
Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, said he to thee, but his heart is not with thee.
Right, but yeah, it says, as he thinketh in his heart, so in his mind, so is he. So basically, whatever you conceive of yourself in your mind, that's pretty much what you end up drawing towards. So that's what you end up becoming. So basically, or as far as whatever bullshit that you want to learn, or like horoscopes, like what the brother was getting into, that's all witchcraft. That's all basically just he sort of basically compartmentalize your ass into a box. And for you to be going off worshiping horoscopes or the constellations of heaven. That's what they base, zodiac signs off, the constellations of the heavens.
It says, Proverbs 16 and 9. A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps. That's also going on what the brother was talking about. I mean, shit. Your heart ain't right. Guess what? That's the way the steps is going to be directed in your path, okay? You're actually trying, and you actually seeking the Lord, He's going to direct your path, and you come into this truth and actually become a man of understanding, which one day eventually lead to being a man of the Lord. But if you constantly love doing some wicked ass shit, He's gonna direct your path into getting shot the fuck up in an early death or an explosive freak accident, man. Okay? So it also goes by the direction that your heart is pointing in, man. You know? Hey, shit. Go ahead,
This is James chapter 1, verse 3. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience, but let patience have a perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, one not. I read that scripture because, being a man of understanding, then one day becoming a man of the Lord, because you have to be patient with it. You gotta let the scriptures soak up in you first. Then you have to live it. And once you live it and you know it well enough, it's time to apply that shit. So you become a man of the Lord that way.
Scriptures shall make you wise unto salvation.
Right. Make it, well shit, I might as well get that too. And people is wondering how they gonna make it in that day. I mean shit. Right now, it's not really expedient to just go around and just, you gotta deal with these devils in your own way, okay? You got to. hey, you can be wise as a serpent, but as harmless as a dove. Or you can walk around being on 10 all fucking day. I hate you, nigga. I fucking wanna just kill your red ass. Jam face motherfucker. You can do that all day. That's, hey man, I know we all feel like that inside, but you gotta, I mean shit, man, it's a certain way you gotta hold yourself. Alright? This is Proverbs 16:7. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Alright? So when your ways are pleasing to the Lord, you're gonna wonder why all of this chaos is gonna happen around you, but nothing is happening to you. One of the things before we wrap up I wanted to come out with is that emergency broadcasting system, okay? What it is they using the silent frequency, okay, and what they have sleeper cells like the bitch they got killed in Washington, or the naval yard, that bald-headed nigga that did all that shooting in the naval yard and shit, and all these other motherfuckers, even the Columbine shootings, all of that. Alright, those were all tests. Y'all remember the emergency broadcasting test that they had at the beginning of this year, okay? That was all part of this test because it's all they did up there. This is not a test, okay? Part of that mind control. You've been eating all of these genetically altered foods. You've been a victim to this public broadcasting since you was a child, alright? Unknowingly, you're a sleeper cell. If you ain't got that head protection around you, you are a sleeper cell. The majority of these church niggas are sleeper cell. And when that day come and you hear that emergency broadcasting system, it's like the Manchurian candidate. Their mind is gonna fold over, okay? And when their mind folds over, they gonna be the ones that's coming to your door and starting all these riots. They gonna be the ones that try to throw your ass up in the synagogue. You motherfucking Israelites, not this people. They gonna be the and pick up young Quar because the brothers, the Lord's dealing with that brother in that way. You know what I'm saying? He brought out some good stuff. So hey, that emergency broadcast system shit is just more mind control, alright?
The Federal Emergency Maintenance Association, they're going to try to basically control the chaos, or to try to basically come up with a solution to the chaos. And that's when they basically gonna set up, the box cars for rioters to basically box their ass up and take them into these detention centers when that time comes. But yeah, this is just going back to that, precept about staying diligent in the faith. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 12. Yea, and all that live godly in Yahushua shall suffer persecution, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them, and that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in Yahushua. Now, of course, you didn't have this knowledge as a literal child, but basically through the Spirit, you becoming like, basically, what was it Yahushua said, where you become as a child again through this truth, through this knowledge, being born again. Yeah. Basically, yeah. Basically,
your innocence. You're gaining your innocence back, bro. You're gaining that purity and spirit back.
Right. Basically, having your mind stirred up by remembrance.
That's it.
And it says, and that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith in Yahushua. So once you diligently contend for the faith, doing all the things that you're supposed to do, pretty much raise you up in that day. Stay in the faith. All scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High and is profitable for doctrine, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of the Most High may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. Right. So, this truth is what purifies you along that affliction.
Y'all probably didn't know.
What? That.
Right there.
All right.
It's Marvin Sapp.
That's Marvin Sapp.
Marvin Sapp. Hey,
That's Marvin Sapp,
yeah.
yeah.
That's your church, man. One of the things we want to talk to, man.
Yeah, we want to.
See, when he was looking at him, they was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Looking at him like,
They would have cracked us so they, keep it moving.
Yeah. Ain't you supposed to be a pastor? Don't you supposed to defend for the faith?
You a church handler. Okay.
Yeah.
He got you down.
You ain't gonna contend for the faith today, Marvin Sapp?
I thought you never could have made it.
Right, you never could have made it.
Sacrifice your wife.
Right, yeah, we already know all that.
Oh, you didn't think we know?
Hey, Marvin Sapp, ain't you gonna defend your church that we went and prophesied against?
Hey, he tried to slide by it too.
Hell yeah, he did, man. Oh, well, I guess we're going to go on a good note. Marvin Sapp don't want to defend this church. Marvin Sapp don't want to defend his faith. Whoa.
False prophet.
Yeah, he must be a real false prophet. He ain't coming to defend his faith, man. He got faith in the devil, man.
Sam could have made it.
Without Satan. Yeah, shit.
I would have sold it all. My soul.
What? He already sold it all.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We only got death coming.
He sure tried to come past us real slick.
Oh, we're fine. Yeah, he did try to slide on by, quiet than a church mouse was.
Yeah, did he? Like, look at his face like, man. That face look familiar, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the dude like, what the
That look
fuck?
like Marvin Sapp, man.
Yeah, so do y'all seem to want to take part in today's edification?
What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
They're
guys-
preaching that we're the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible and that America's going to be destroyed.
Yep.
And that all so-called white people of all the other nations who are outside of Israel are going into slavery.
I totally agree.
Oh, so you accept your slavery?
What's that?
You accept your slavery under us?
That's why you have to engraft into Israel. Right?
Oh, damn. Well, you don't engraft in the, yeah.
Italian.
Oh, Italian. Oh, you already in there. Oh, so, yeah, you in there, so, Yeah, you in there. You in there. You one of them already, so.
You can see it in his beard.
Yeah.
I was tripping off his beard the whole time. I was like, man, he can't
Curly,
really be
right?
white because, man, his shit.
Yeah.
You guys celebrate Sabbath?
Yeah, today is the Sabbath.
Shabbat Shalom today, right?
Yeah, today is the Sabbath.
That's right.
But it's not because it's Saturday. Yeah, it's by the phase of the moon.
It's sunset Friday to sunset Saturday. Right? You go
Get that scripture.
Next time it's going to be Sunday evening to Monday evening.
Right.
So you guys are determining it by the lunar?
Yeah, by the lunar calendar.
So you're not just doing the 7th day.
Yeah, the new moon and then every 7 days after.
So you're adding on. So if the Sabbath starts, say, on sundown on Friday, say for example, say this Friday, and then ends sundown on Saturday. So what do you guys? How would you?
Because every month has.
This is Isaiah 66 and 23.
Yeah.
And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith.
Right. One new
So the
moon
new
to
moons are
another.
used to determine the head of the month.
Yeah,
But
in
the
the
weekly
Sabbath.
So we got the high Sabbaths, right? Like Passover, like Pesach, and all that, right? So you got your high Sabbaths, which are not determined on the 7th-day cycle, but you got the weekly
Yeah, it is.
Sabbaths, right?
It actually is.
Yeah, it is.
It's 7 days from the new moon.
Right. 7 days from each new moon, like he read. Go ahead, read what you got out.
This is Ecclesiasticus 43, verse 6. He made the moon also to serve in our season for the declaration of times and a sign of the world. From the moon is a sign of feast, a light that increases in our perfection.
The Passover is a feast, right? Sabbath is also a high holy day. So
Right,
it's on the
you
moon.
have a weekly Sabbath and your high Sabbath. They're two different things.
It's still on the moon.
I disagree with that one, but I still like what you guys are saying.
The month
you guys
is
celebrate
called
the
after her. Listen,
As much
the
as we
month
can.
is called after her name. So what goes?
Right.
What determines the month? The new moon.
Right.
The month, yeah.
Increasing wonderfully and are changing, being an instrument of armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven.
Right, increasing meaning the new moon, then it goes all the way to the half, then the full, then it wanes, then it goes back to the next moon. So all the signs and stuff in the Bible is talking about the moon.
Genesis, though, we take a look and see how the moon determines the head of the month, but I don't agree with you on the weekly Sabbath.
Yeah, it's still
Sabbath.
still determines
Because
that.
the moon changes throughout the week.
Right.
You know,
So
because it doesn't stop.
if the moon determines the head of the month,
you guys-
that would be what? First day of the month.
Right.
That's right.
Exactly.
But this is the unbroken weekly cycle from creation that determines the weekly Sabbath. Not
This
the
ain't-